Hi, my name's Wes Taylor, and have I got an outlaw story for you. This story is full of mystery, drama, suspense, even murder. This one is true. We've got forensic proof. We've identified the true identity of the Sundance Kid. So he didn't die in Bolivia, and we've got the proof that shows he lived right here in Utah. Now, Jerry Nickel, he's the great-grandson of the Sundance Kid. I'll tell you, somebody you don't want hunting you down is Jerry. This guy dug through Pinkerton records, courthouse records, newspaper archives. He went through every county seat in the whole West here to figure out the tales to this story.
So Jerry, tell us, how did this all get started?
It was like a crossword puzzle. A little piece here, a little piece there, and just kept plugging the pieces in till it all fell into place. It was a kind of a ghostwriter mystery man. We all knew he rode with Butch Cassidy, and he was a cowboy. He was an outlaw. But they didn't know where he came from. They didn't know who his family were, who his parents were. He was just a man of mystery.
So Jerry come across this picture, and as he took that picture in his hand and was looking at his grandpa, something really came upon him. Ended up taking it to a forensic lab in Salt Lake City, Utah for a facial analysis done by a forensic team there to prove, who is he?
Photographs are very often used by anthropologists to determine if a photograph of one individual is the same individual in a different photograph. We take a picture of the individual that we're interested in. We map out points that are comparable between the two photographs. In this case, this photograph is compared, which is a photograph of Bill Long from 1894, and compare that with the photograph of Harry Longabaugh taken with the Wild Bunch. Notice that these dots align almost perfectly. Another method of testing identity is to take photographs, make transparencies, and then compare them. Here we have a picture of Bill Long taken about 1894 and a picture of Harry Longabaugh about 1900. We're going to flip them and put one on top of the other to see if they coincide. And if we do that, it's quite clear that they do coincide. The nose shape is the same. There is a notch in the chin. And if we shift this over just a little bit, we see that the notch on the side of the ear of Mr. Long is the same as the notch on the side of the ear of Mr. Longabaugh. If we look at the statistical analysis, there is a 99.99% chance that these two individuals are the same individual.
With that forensic evidence, we needed to dig up a body. I've done a lot of things that are right on the line of the law, but one thing I know, you don't just go digging up a body. Here's where some real intrigue starts in this story. Now, I took a court order. We had a lot of opposition. From the forensic evidence, the court order put us at a graveyard in Duchesne, Utah. When we got that grave opened up, that forensic team, for a bunch of guys in gloves, they sure didn't mind jumping right down in there in the dirt and the bones. But we got it done, and when we opened up that grave, talk about opening up a box of secrets. They took the remains from that grave site right to Sorensen Genomics, a lab in Salt Lake City, Utah, and went right to work extracting DNA.
So you had Dr. John McCullough's findings, but you wanted more. Tell me about the DNA.
With court approval, we dug up the body over in Duchesne, and Sorensen Genomics, Ken Coopersmith of Sorensen Genomics, did the DNA sample. And what do you think happened? The DNA did not match who I thought it was, Harry Longabaugh, because that's what its records all indicated, that the Sundance Kid was Harry Longabaugh.
So Jerry, you've got the facial recognition that's 100%, I mean, that's just proving it, and then the DNA comes back and had to just train wreck the whole concept. What happened after that?
We got those DNA results back, and we're going to share that with you. Guess what else they discovered? Nearly 80 years ago, there was a murder that nobody knew about. Well, that Jerry Nickel, not only did he find the true identity of the Sundance Kid, but in his research, through the county records and Pinkerton files, journals, interviewing the old timers, he's got hundreds of these stories that you have never heard about. Those outlaws back in the late 1800s aren't all that different from the outlaws today. We got aliases, lies, cover-ups, mysteries. Well, we took this story to the network TV guys, and they liked it a lot. So much so, they sent us back home and said, go make a pilot. You get that pilot done, we'll talk about a whole series. We have got an amazing story to tell, and we're inviting you to be a part of that story, to be on this journey with us.
That's the story, Wes. That's the story of my great-grandpa, Bill Long, the Sundance Kid.